ability, visit grandparents, drive back winter break, beginning of year, end of year, will last for 4 or 5 years, will give me vehicle for job interviews after work and after school, and for summer jobs during school. I will need my own vehicle in Illinois for long distance driving, probably going to work because Peru is such a depressed area. Visiting friends and relatives during the school year. A van doesn't depreciate as quickly as a car. Will give me a sense of my own freedom and independence. Bad things about a van. Have to pay for insurance. Have to pay for gas. Will deteriorate after time. But in the meantime, will give me all those pluses previously mentioned. It's Mr. Neolithic Joe, and he has some interesting comments for us to make. Well, at least we have one person on this earth on Jeff Miller's side. We'll have to do some more studying coming later on after this station break. Bye. Wow. Driven by the snow, truck and dirty. Don't you know that I'm still willing? I was out on the road late at night, see my pretty Alice in every headlight. Dallas, Dallas. I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari. It had to be the downfall. Driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven on the back road so I wouldn't get away. You give me wheat, white sand, wine, and you show me a sign. I'll be willing to be moving. Texas Rose Cafe. About a wind, right by the sleep, had my head stove in, but I'm still on my feet. Still, down, wheeling. Smuggled some smokes and folks from Mexico. Big about sun, time I go to Mexico. And I'm still, I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari. It had to be the downfall. Driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back road so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me wheat, white sand, wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. Ow, ow. Yeah. Calvin, from down to a little piece, a little coconut, please. Well, my. Yes, folks, that was our very own Gregory Riddle. Let's hear it for Greg. This is Mel. We're bumming. I'm bumming, Mel. I don't like like it when Greg's bumming. We gotta find a book. I'm walking down the aisle here and I'm seeing I Served on Bataan by Redmond. Call numbers D767.4R4. That may be a good book. Nah, too old. Moving right along. Hitler's Strategy by Hinsley. It's a nice red-covered book. It's kind of crisp looking. I don't know, it's probably another old one though. They don't have too many new books up here. Hitler's Strategy. Flipping through the pages. Yeah, just as I thought, 1968. Oh, Destroyer by Roscoe. United States Naval Institute. What a fucking huge book. Who would want to read that whole thing? That was pretty good, Mel. On into the edge of the night. This is Greg saying, how are you tonight? This is Greg interviewing Mark. How do you feel tonight, Mark? Okay. This is Greg interviewing Mel. How do you feel tonight, Mel? Well, Greg, I just have to say that I feel quite bouncy and I'm high on life. You know, what can I say? Bill's giving me those looks and I feel great. You know, that's all there is to it. Thanks. Kelly, how do you feel about the selling of Playboy, Penthouse, and Playgirl in the Campus Center store?
Why not?
This is Greg saying Bill already pegged you. This is Bill, I fucking got it! Bill, you sure did, but you didn't have to use it like that. You just got my cards about to look at them. Oh, they don't look too good. Well, I'll talk to you later. Oh, they're not too bad. I'll look to you. I have 5 points on my card, but at this point, I don't know what to do, but I think I will give them that card. Well, all the cards have been down to the crib. We have yet to see what's going to happen this round. I'll get back to you later. Jesus Christ, Greg, are you wasting my tape? Jesus crap, Jess, I don't think so. Testing, 1, 2.
That, babe, slide a piece of the porter. Drinks, I run the job. Look at here. I can dig grease and trumpet on some butter and dragon fruit garden.
With your long distance, Sprint makes it so easy to save money.
That's alright, because you suck. Just, excuse me, we're taking the survey. How do you feel about the pornographic sale of magazines in the school store?
No, I don't believe that the university store should sell magazines.
Why is that okay? Because they're like that all the time. I think people who go through my clothes cabinet are real assholes, especially Alicia. Kelly is not going to touch my plugs. I'm deeply disturbed. Kelly threw away my comic that I spent 10 hours working on. This is Mel. As much as Kelly says her life sucks, I don't think mine sucks as much. In fact, this is kind of fun. God is torturing me. If I have a hangover tomorrow, can I kill Kelly? I'm out.
Butter laying into the bone. Jack me up. Tight me.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive. Oh, good.
He said that he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
All right, would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine.
Just hang loose, blood. She's going to catch up on the rebound on the med side.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I duck a rap.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Say,
Chomp don't want to help. Chomp don't get the help.
Say, can't hang. Say, 7 up.
No brains in here. Now here we are.
no friends. So you grew up with no friends. I never waited in that music. That's probably why you had them. I didn't hear what you said. Yep.
Ryan?
I never waited friends like you did. That's probably why you didn't have them. You're moving up, Alma. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, right. Huh? You have it. Yeah. Come on, you have no friends. Come on. Pete, you gotta make an effort to see people. You don't have friends that you never call or you never care about. Oh, you had an entire summer to flourish with these friends and you didn't do anything. Then how come not a one of them called you? I was at the apartment. Oh, they did. Oh, that's what was happening. That's what was happening. You're right. All these imaginary friends called your dad's house. That's it. I was wrong. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah, Sevilla. One friend does not constitute as all those friends you have. Well, okay, yes, you had all one of them. You had all one of them.
And I do have friends.
All one
I
of
do
them.
have friends. And I don't need to try to put me down.
All one friend you had.
You were a little bit, I was going to look at you in school. I thought you would be able to do it. You couldn't. And now you don't know what to do. This is bad. Something that you're trying to make you come back. That's not going to work. You go off in your own way. Don't try to make me feel bad. How does that
I was
work?
trying to make you feel that.
You!
When?
Now!
Alma, you don't know who started on this.
I know you are.
Alma, you don't know who
I
started
would
the word
have
games.
tried to be without you. But you went.
No, wait a minute. You don't know who started these word games. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Glenn. You're the one who started these word games. I was sitting here and you came in and I said, no problem. Well, you could have shoot off that mouth of yours and you could have stopped. You're the one who started the word games and I'm the one who finished them. Good night, who's face. The word games are finished. Go on a diet before you break the bed. Now the word games are done. Thumbs.
Wednesday afternoon, we will meet Bill Gordon in Höchst, yeah?
Yes?
And we will also discuss with him how to proceed on this subject. I only learned from Ude that that the Kuwaitis are keen also to look into the direct process now, yeah?
Yes.
That's the only thing I understood, yeah.
Well, it's initially, Fred, when we put this proposal together, the Kuwaiti interest was only in the impregnation two-step process.
Yeah, yeah.
And the proposal was submitted to Kuwait by UDA using the two-step process.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand that Shepa had been there last month in Kuwait.
Yes,
and he had,
begin of April, I think.
yes, and he had talked to Schwab here
Yeah.
and indicated that the Kuwaitis are now interested only in the direct process.
Yeah.
And it is my understanding that although this is not a very urgent project, that they wanted a proposal to be submitted to them within 60 days.
Yeah, that's what I heard from Schaefer this morning only, yeah.
Yes.
And but what I would like to do, we will discuss in anything on Wednesday. Battles and I will be in Höchst, yeah. And we will meet Bill Gord, yeah. And I hope we will find the time also to discuss about this. Now, whatever will come out, if we agree, we have also not yet made up our mind whether we would like to submit this process to Kuwait, to the Kuwaitis or not. But if we would like to do so,
Yes.
naturally we have to put all these figures together which they want to have and which Ude wants to have,
Mm-hmm.
And I think this would be the point, when I can also send you these figures,
I see. So what you want to do then is wait until Wednesday till you've had a chance to talk with Gordon and others.
It wouldn't make sense now to compile all these figures and then finally we will say, no, we are not interested in the Kuwaiti process.
I see.
And if we are going to offer this process through Ude, so I think we have to put these figures in any case on a piece of paper,
Oh, yes. And that'll take some time.
And this will certainly take some time because the whole project would be submitted then from our side,
I would think so.
We haven't done anything regarding Kuwait until now because we were always thinking until now they are interested in your process impregnation and we didn't do any work for this.
Okay. So the best thing then is to leave it and talk to you later until after you've had a chance to.
Now, we will discuss it with Bill Gott on Wednesday in any case because we should, and we have to make up our minds then also whether we will proceed or not in Kuwait,
Mm-hmm.
And if we say yes, I don't know also the plastic division people I was informed they were talking this morning about this, how to proceed further in Kuwait,
I see.
And only if all the people involved have come to the conclusion that Breda should submit the proposal, then we have to do the work,
Mm-hmm.
But before doing this, I think it's not no need to invest some work in this thing,
Well, okay, Fred. I guess that probably is the
Regarding this Kuwait process, as you would be interesting to get these figures in any case for your further considerations also,
Okay.
Yes, Bob.
Yes.
You can get the figures from us. There is no problem,
Okay, Fred.
I don't see the urgency to do now for Kuwait something special, that is.
Okay. If that's perhaps the best way to proceed.
I think this is the best way to do it because in any case I don't have the figures for the time being. I must ask Harvey or Riesping to put them together, And you can get the figures.
Okay, Fred. Maybe you can answer just one question, Fred. You have sent material to Kuwait already, right? What types are they buying? Do you know? Or what type you sent them?
I didn't get you.
You have sent material to Kuwait, have you not? Some EPS?
I think we have sold some small quantities, but
Do you know what type that was you sold?
no, I think we sold to Bahrain. It was not to Kuwait. Bahrain and Dubai,
I see.
I don't think we sold to Kuwait very much. Might be some quantities.
Mm-hmm.
During the last few months, we have sent some flame retardant grades for support, but I don't think we have sent this normal grades.
Well, Kuwait is primarily interested in the SE grades, any rate. You know, was that 5200 that you sent? Do you recall?
It was. If we sent, so we sent 5200 SE.
Okay.
I am sure we sent some material to Bahrain because we had a complaint from Bahrain, and Weber was there a couple of weeks ago.
I see.
I think this was a man from Bahrain.
I see.
We sent some material to Dubai, but I doubt whether we sent to Kuwait. And if so, it must have been a comparatively small quantity. It was not very much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the only reason I'm asking because talking with Schaefer and he has done most of the contact with the Kuwaitis, and they infer that they have been buying your material, and we were just wondering what type that was that they were buying. I thought perhaps you knew what you were sent to them.
Our salespeople, but I don't think we are sending very much to this area. And I only know that we sent some SE during the last month to Bahrain and Dubai, but I don't think we sent to Kuwait.
Okay, Fred.
It might be earlier, 1 year ago or something. I think.
It may well be that, yes.
But I know that particularly BASF is in Kuwait. Yeah, they are sending quite some material.
Yes, one of the things I'll be looking for are guarantees that whatever process that Kuwait has would be acceptable and on the European market, same equivalent product types.
Yes, that's
and
what
performance.
people told. That's what Schaefer told me this morning. Yeah, I read. He told me that that's now one of their main points, that they would like to have a product which are processed here on the European market, yeah.
Yes.
And but I understood, Schaefer, that they are also interested in the normal grades, not only SD.
That's new to me. Our understanding was that they were primarily interested in the SE grade for the insulation market. About 80% would be in that area, and about 20% would be the normal grade.
Yeah.
That's what we were led to understand.
In any case, I'm going to Höchst Wednesday morning, so I will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in Höchst, and I will try also to get in touch with Schaefer again, yeah. If we are moving on, then we have to look into this subject, yeah. And, you know, this relation with Kuwait is a very particular relation for Höchst, yeah, because Kuwait is a shareholder.
That's right. They own 25% of Höchst.
Of Kuwait, so I think we have to look into this subject.
Yeah, I think we do, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in any case, let us wait until Wednesday or Thursday when I have talked in Höchst also with Tahiti, what the situation is. Perhaps we'll see Schaefer again, and then certainly I will let you know what has come out, yeah. And what our decision is, whether we have to go for this project or not, yeah.
Okay, Fred, that's the best way then. So why don't we leave it that way, and we'll wait until we hear from you then.
Certainly, certainly if you need further information, you always can get the information from us, yeah. But regarding Kuwait, I think we shouldn't put too much of work now or effort into this project, yeah, until a decision has been taken into which direction we should go, yeah.
Okay, Fred. So we'll leave it that way then. We'll wait to hear from you.
Having you on the line, just another question. Did you receive all this information which I sent you regarding our processes and, you know, this grades and...
Yes, we did receive that, Fred, and it was sent to Bill Gibbs's attention, and we got that about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you got it, yeah?
Yes.
So if you need more information, you can get all anything you want, yeah?
Okay, Fred, we appreciate that.
Was that the first slot and the first test, yeah? But in any case, we would, Bartels and myself, we would like to talk to Gord also on Wednesday, regarding your further interest in EPS and what we should do together and how to proceed, yeah?
Okay, Fred.
See what will come out, yeah?
Fred, this is Mike Dovich. I have a question for you. This is for our benefit. We would like to know if you use the same equipment to apply lube on the Hostapor N and Hostapor D.
Yes, we are using the same equipment.
Okay, thank you.
That's the same equipment. You know, we are adding two kinds of lubes. We are adding a solid lube with zinc stearate, yeah?
Yes.
And the other one is an emulsion, yeah?
Yes.
We are adding two kinds of lubes, yeah? One solid, one emulsion. And in case of Hostapor D, it's silicone oil emulsion, yeah?
Yes.
And zinc stearate. And in case of Hostapor N and SE, it's this glycerol monostearate emulsion and zinc stearate, yeah.
Use the same equipment, same type of equipment, Fred, as you do for the cup grade. You have a gear pump and the feeder for the zinc stearate, and that goes to a freeze mixer type thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And you know this, through this gravimetric dosage what we are doing.
Yes, yes, I understand that.
And the only thing is that, in one case I think that we have to warm the emulsion, in other case we are using cold emulsion, yeah.
I see.
But that's the only difference. But the equipment is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can get into those specifics a little bit later once you've had a chance to talk with Gort and...
True, and I hope there will be opportunities to me again.
Mm-hmm.
With see you also, yeah. It would make things much easier.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Fred. Nice talking with you.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Best regards to everybody. And you will hear from us.
Okay, very good.
Fred.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Same thing, I'll leave it go. But, because again, these could be friends of the family or whichever, so I'll just leave it with you. But she says she has to step aside because other people, other souls are trying to get in. But she says her and your mother are going to step aside. And I say just know that they're all together, she's alright and at peace. Continue to pray for her, particularly through the rosary, and just believe and know she's alright. She says she'll be there to meet you when your time comes, which isn't in the immediate future. But she says that, she'll definitely be with you. Definitely tell your brother you've heard from her. Her brother, I mean. She says she's got to step aside so something else can come through. Are you around enchanted also? Because I keep hearing, people speaking with a brogue behind the two of you, so it's obvious that you sound like my relatives. They sound like my relatives, so... Again, she says she's going to step aside. Remember to pray for her, particularly as she requested. And just know that she's okay and at peace. Okay, she says she's stepping aside. And again, she says, you're always so worried about her. You didn't fail her as parents. Because she always seemed to be not a happy person. She wants to let you know that she's happy. She just was an introverted person. And she said you didn't fail her as parents. She's very happy and at peace. And she says, I don't know if she knew your mom and that, but she says her grandmother's taking good care of her in the next stage. This helped her to adjust. And as same on the earth, there wasn't anything that you wouldn't do for her as parents. She says, well, there isn't anything you won't do for me in the next stage. So she says, pray the rosary for me daily. And that will help her to progress into higher states of actual grace. mother, Needless to say, she certainly doesn't argue that. Okay, just step aside so it's a little bit too much. When I'm on extreme zero, somebody calls me down this end, so singularize it. There's more of a closeness there in any case. Your son also passed tragically? Age as well as circumstances? Now, I don't know for what reason, so just say yes or no, but he also apologizes for he passed on. Does that make sense? Well, it could be because of the circumstances, is what he means. It's like you had to experience this or go through this. I think that's what the apology states. He does not pass from a health problem. He claims it's funny because he says it's an accident, but there's health involved. That does make sense? Okay, that's what's confusing me. He says it's an accident, but there's health involved, and I'm like, it's got to be one or the other. You did take care of him, yes? He thanks you both for being good to him prior to his passing. Again, the feeling his parents don't feel you failed him, whatever. He thanks you both for being good to him prior to his passing. Did he have a health problem? Did he catch this? I don't know what he means by that. Was this something he had to live with? This health problem? Was treated or whatever? You know, that's what I think he means. He has it, but it's like he has to live with it. Or when he was here on the earth, he had to. He was treated or such. You know, it's like if somebody has diabetes. They take insulin, even though he keeps insisting he's freed of the illness. So I hope you understand what he's referring to, because he keeps saying, I'm freed of the illness. You read very close. He keeps coming over to you. Not that he's playing favorites, but he keeps feeling he needs to be closer to you at this time. Could you get him closer? You know, I mean, I guess could not, you know, he just feels he needs to be closer to you at this time. He keeps saying, so I'm just going to leave it go. So whatever he states. This illness affects his blood at all? Okay, because he keeps telling me about the blood. Do you have trouble with your health? I don't want you to get paranoid or anything, but your son tells you to watch your health. Do you smoke or something? He told him to quit. Do you have trouble breathing or anything like this? Well, your son says it's a nervous habit. You smoke out of nervousness than anything else. If that be the case, you're going to be tortured in this room tonight. But he says it's a nervous habit, give it up. It's starting to affect your sinus and breathing. He might have even doubled up since he's passed on. He's like, give it up, give it up. Anything bother his head at all? The way he passed on? Was there any internal injuries? It feels like something is like this exploding feeling in the head. His manner of passing is extremely tragic, yes. Yes, I mean the two of you surrounded in darkest black, which I'll take as a sign of extremely tragic. What really happened, because he says it like, it's almost like he's saying to me, if you're looking for me to give you the answers, I don't know either, you know. He doesn't know what happened to a degree. He also claims he didn't suffer prior to his passing, considering the circumstances. Again, he says it looks worse than what it was. Was he held? I feel like I'm trapped, or I'm being held.
Yes.
Because he says he's trapped, he's held.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying he was tied up or something, but I felt like somebody tied me to the chair, like I was held. You said it, I'm going to say it. He claims he's victimized. Is that true? I don't know how he means it yet. He may mean it emotionally, he may mean it physically. He says he's victimized. He says it easily so as not to add to your already obvious grief. He's trapped. That makes sense? Whatever he can't get out. I can't get out of this situation, he says. The only way out is death, is what he tells me. So at first I feel like a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. But then when he resigns himself to the fact, well, this is it. That's where I feel he doesn't suffer prior to his passing. He resigns himself to the fact that there's no way out except death. He's going to pass. Would he have welcomed it? He basically says he did. It's the only way out is death, I welcome it. Now I keep hearing like the final arias of different operas where, you know, they die. They welcome it because it's the only way out. Now, again, this could be symbolic, so don't say anything but yes or no. A weapon involved in his passing? Not in the traditional sense. Not a gun or a knife. He says there's a weapon involved, but he tells me don't start drifting in the wrong direction, so it's obvious it's one or the other. Did something affect his breathing? Because I feel like I'm going to smother. Okay, was there any smoke? Something that would be inhaled like it? His lungs are definitely affected. His lungs are filled? Because that's what it feels like. They're filling up. Statistically, it is not something I hear about every day. Did anything fall on him? Was he pinned? Well, that might be the trapped feeling again. Because again, I feel like I'm trapped by something. People around him in this curse? Because I do see people around him. And he is crying for help. But it's almost like nobody hears him. Unless they don't want to help. I don't know what, but it's like they're hearing me, but they're not hearing me.
It makes sense.
Is there any heat around also? Is it very hot where you find like this? It's driving me crazy. He's probably telling me it's probably so simple and I just can't figure it out. You can close when this occurs?
I don't think so.
You can close, but again, if you're trapped, that can be the feeling of enclosure. That simply isn't the case. Was he ever in uniform or something? Sports uniform? Like, so it was like he's in a uniform. Now, I assume your mom and your dad were there before him? And your mom there before him? She claims like your mother met him, your dad must have met him. She claims that the others are there prior to him. Would something cause him to choke? Now I feel like I'm going to start choking. Again, that's cutting the air off. Anything around his neck at all?
Well, not exactly.
Something affects his chest and the throat. Right in this area. Something is definitely happening. Is there a loss of blood? Because I keep seeing, I'm not trying to be gory, but I got blood splattering in front of me. He's hit. Now again, you can't interpret that literally. There's a hit, there's an impact, but not a car impact. feel there was something covered up? Because he does cover up in front of me, which is a sign of something being covered up. You don't get all the answers. But it's almost like there's no way you can prove anything anyway. There's a feeling of a lack of proof. There's a feeling of cover up. He bleeds a great deal internally. It's like more internal than external is the feeling of the bursting again. That's where I might have got the pressure of the bursting to the head, because it feels like he's having a stroke. But that's of course not what's happening, but that's the best way I could describe it. It's also a very frightening situation. I mean, the anxiety at the time of this happening, I'm not going to play it down. It's very frightening. The name David familiar to you at all? Passed on a little? Maybe passed on? Just leave it with you. All saying Bill or William at all? Passed on? It seems like somebody passed on. He claims like Bill William is with him, and it's like a friend. Maybe a relative to you, like an uncle or something like this. He claims a friend. You're also saying Tom. Passed on. He claims Thomas is with him. You have an idea who that is? Okay, because another young person? Is he family or just a friend? Okay, your son says he's there with him. It's like you all know who he is. Thomas passed on young by today's standards. Is he like a friend of the family? Because he comes like your son's uncle. Like I call my father's best friend uncle. That type of feeling. It's Uncle Tom, but he means it in an affectionate sense. Because he knows you also, yes. This Tom, he keeps saying that he knows both of you, and he keeps saying that your son is here with me. Is it people confining your son? Is being stopped by them or something? Or? I guess you'd say that. He's confined. Was this Tom there before him? He claims Tom was also there when he came over. It's like somebody he might have known or felt a sense of trust with, that crossed him over. Because, I mean, he was prepared. He knew he was going to pass on. Your son. I mean, he just knew there was no way out. He keeps bringing that up. Anything affect his face also? Something goes down his throat. So again, I keep getting like, I'm gonna choke. So whatever goes down his throat or into his system seems to cause this massive reaction, like I'm having a stroke. Although, as I said, I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say. Of course, it fills the lungs. Was it anything medicinal? Drug of some sort or whichever? Is he having it's almost like he's having an allergic reaction to it. It's a liquid? Does it become liquid in the system? Tell me what it is, please. It's so much easier. Get somebody over there to help you. Can I classify it as a drug? Yes. He claims it's a drug. It's not like you overdosed on a drug, though. That's what he's saying. It's not what you think. Please help. Name Bob or Robert? Anybody close, passed on? Your son's lungs kind of collapse. They don't seem to be able to hold up under the strain, whatever this is. Is there some details you don't have?
Not really. I don't know exactly the way you describe it.
Now he keeps showing me water. Is there any water nearby? Water or liquid have anything to do with this at all? There's also a burning feeling. Will this burn you internally? Because I keep seeing fire, and I take it he's not involved with the fire. So it must be my symbol for something burning. Internally, though. The obvious cause of passing is caused internally. Most definitely, because he says it burns, it burns. Take this orally? I mean, did this happen orally?
I guess so. Not really, I guess.
So again, it seems to affect the mouth, throat, and chest. This also injures hands? Hands injured at all? I'm going to give up in about 2 seconds because I just can't figure this one out. And well, the thing is, I'm not surprised because he told me statistically this is like 1 in a million to happen to your child, like, so. Does anybody else pass on around? No, in this when this incident occurs. There's other people involved in this tragedy? Oh. Okay. But there are people around him at the time this is occurring. So, I mean, is there a reason why no one's responding to him? Because he keeps calling for help and no one's paying attention. Or it's like they don't hear him or they just choose not to pay attention. He's away from home when this occurs? Are there other young people around? Why does he keep emphasizing he's held, he's trapped?
It makes sense.
Is he being held by other people? Alright, then that must be the reason he keeps telling me he's pinned. Apparently, he's trapped. Does he fall? Looks like he falls down. This, whatever it is, gets into the bloodstream. Why does it look like he's injecting himself?
It makes sense to us.
Oh, that's obviously something different from the way he passed on, though.
No.
Oh, alright. The injection of himself makes sense?
Him injecting?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I feel like I'm being injected. That does make sense. Okay. That's why he says it gets into the blood. Or whatever happens gets into the blood, because I felt like somebody injected me. And then when that happens, that's when I seem to have the reaction. Maybe Fred or Ed doesn't passed on, Ed? Fred, a relative or something? Because he claims Fred is there with him also. But somebody else, like an uncle type figure. Okay, because it's somebody like to him, like an uncle, and he says that Fred is there with him also. That's in the next stage. Does this also affect his stomach area? His feels like I'm getting nauseous now. Oh, please. Let me just ask you one thing. The manner of his passing, do you think I've heard of this before? Because if I've never heard of this before, it's not going to make sense. The brain's going to say it does not compute and reject it. Okay, so I'm wondering if I'm just not going to get it because I've never heard of it before.
Not because it's the name of a disease that you haven't heard of, though.
Okay. This problem also affecting the abdominal area? Did he go?
There's two, actually. Somebody else. Logan the son? Said yes, right? I'm sorry, just wasn't listening. I was in another world, pardon the pun. I mean, literally, I didn't hear you answer me. Like, I blacked out for a minute, went somewhere else, and that's why I said, what did you say? A doctor realized that my brain goes back and forth between the two dimensions so quick that I don't even know it. So that time, I knew it. Your son is present. Now, did one of you lose a dad? Because he claims grandpa with him, or grandfather with him. So, if you answered me, I assume you lost your dad. It's also a female presence with a woman closely passed on. Where you lose a mom? Did your mom pass on? Okay, so you're telling me that your dad's still living? Oh, he is passed, okay. Because he said to me, two grandfathers there and his grandmother, so your mom's still here on the other? Okay, that's all right. There's only three with him, so both parents are there, and your dad. He knew your father? They knew each other here on the earth, because he claims he knows him. Your dad really could have been closer to you, is that true? You feel he could have been. I don't think you hate each other, but you feel he could have been closer. His son obviously passed over young, yes? Tragic happened. Age as well as circumstances again, as he claims wonderful. He also passed accidentally. Not a health problem. That's something he said, no health problem, so it has to be an accidental type passing. Vehicle involved. Because again, it's not just vehicle, accidental type passing. Is he on there? He stands out. That's what I can't understand when you trying to figure out why he said that. Not that I even know this. He said he stands out, but then they would think of his like boy. Is he like the perfect son or something like that? What's that? He said he stands out. I'm trying to figure out why he emphasizes that. You do have other children, yes? More than one? Okay, he talks about children, like he calls out. Are you kind of be a little possessive? Both of you, of other children? He's saying be careful that the other children don't have to live in his shadow. I mean, you have to go out of your way to be like that, but it's just like that the other children don't have to live in my shadow. I don't know how he means that, so I hope you understand what he's trying to say. Okay. Straightforward speaker on it. Yes. Could you have been closer time was passing? To you all? He feels he could have been. I'm going to leave it go. Maybe your child doesn't feel that way with his parents. I'm sure if I pass on tomorrow, I feel I could have been closer to my parents, so
I mean, he was close, but feels he couldn't have close. But very independent, though. Yeah, it seems it's almost like he makes up his own mind and sticks to it. You know, I mean, he can change too, but basically, I don't want to say self-willed, but strong-willed maybe. You having a lack of communication with one of your other children? I mean, that is overwhelming, but he's again that concerned about not living in the shadow, so I'll leave it go. That's just a concern for up ahead. Same thing if you get a wedding coming up or a birth or something. It's usually a language celebration of that. Which he speaks about quite plainly. So I'll leave it up ahead. Seems to be wrapping around family. Yeah, that could be, again, it's a whiteley celebration, so it seems like it was affecting one of his brothers or sisters or somebody else in the family, so that could be what he's trying. He's in an actual vehicle accident, I guess. The same thing as any field, he doesn't suffer prior to his passing. He goes quick to the next stage. Did he have a view block that night? Was there inclement weather, or it seems like something doesn't seem to be right about the circumstances of it, like his vision might have been blocked, or there was rain or snow or whatever. There seems to be circumstances, I guess, for driving are not favorable in his condition. Did he lose control? Something else must have been, because again, it's like that inclement weather, whatever, that's not favorable circumstances. So he was driving. Oh, he was. Oh. Is he in a vehicle though? Oh, okay. Well, that's the thing. I think somebody else is driving. It's like, again, like somebody's not watching what they're doing. That there's unfavorable circumstances that night. I mean, it is an accident. He doesn't want anybody blamed for the circumstances. Whether it was a friend driving or somebody else in the family or whatever, it's like it's nobody's fault. It was an accident. It's the circumstances caused this carelessness or this tragedy. Like somebody didn't. I keep telling her my vision is not good. I can't see where I'm going or what I'm doing. Like the sun's in my eyes. The vision is wrong. But he says again, I don't know what he means, but I hope you understand. He says no one to blame in any case. He technically a passenger in the vehicle? Somebody he knows is driving, yeah. Is that correct that somebody's vision was blocked? That's what causes the accident. Somebody's vision is blocked and it's not their fault. The person whose vision was blocked obviously was driving, and that person survived the accident. And that person obviously is living with guilt, and that's what he's trying to relieve. It's just God's allowing him to come through to put things at peace, to settle the guilt and the upset. But somebody feels they murdered him because their vision was blocked at that cause. Well, put that at rest once and for all. Family member driving? It was a friend or something? Okay. Well, somebody's pretty close to them. It's almost like he goes upon the person and family. Do you have any contact with this person? I think that you don't know the person. He just wants to put things at rest to keep saying. Both, I think the person here and the person and your son as well wants it settled. It's no one's fault. That's what happened.
agree, like the vision was blocked. Just the other day I was driving in the city with a friend, as he turned the corner, I parked out of it, I was like, blinded. People across the street, I thought he was going slow because at the last minute I saw pedestrians in front of us, and only he didn't have any vision, only that I yelled out to him, the brake. Those excuse me, followers, and Jesus Christ, watch where you're going, and all of a sudden people looked at him like, I should have known better to tell you that when you use that, because I just got reprimanded. I'm supposed to use the Lord's name in vain, they told me. Loud and clear. Is a male friend of this with him? Yeah, because it feels like it's like a brother or a close friend. He keeps saying, tell me you've heard from me. Then all is at peace. That he's not responsible for the past. Maybe Richard doesn't know. Passed on over there, maybe you know already. All right, do you have a uniform yet, son? Yes, athletically inclined. It looks like the person I see in front of you who claims to be him looks like he's in uniform. Yeah, that you saw here in front of you claims. Looks like he's in uniform. Was he old enough to be in the military? Oh, so it's just like a play uniform or something? Oh, okay, because it looks like a military uniform, and like, you don't look old enough to be in the military, so it's like a play uniform of some sort. Was he his team? Yes, he was like 16 or younger? Younger. Okay. You're only 16 down, so he wasn't technically old enough to drive yet. Yeah, that's right, okay. 16 or younger, he said he wasn't.